Welcome back to the Lose Weight by Eating podcast, everyone. I'm Audrey Johns, and this week we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, if the idea of manifesting seems strange or new agey or really bizarre, just stick with me because I assure you it is not as strange as it sounds, and it's actually really, really helpful and really, really positive. Now, if you're very religious, I can tell you that manifesting is very similar to faith. It's having the faith in yourself that you can achieve your goals. It's a little bit more personally action based as opposed to prayer, but I will share how you can actually work your religion into manifesting for weight loss as well. So this is a really flexible plan that anyone can do. And I have also created a weight loss manifesting workbook as well. So you can absolutely follow along with a notepad and write it all out and kind of work through these different steps that way. Or you can download the manifesting weight loss workbook and have a really pretty printable action item. It's 16 pages. It has absolutely everything you would need to do this plus some. So I have supplied you with a link in the show notes. So be sure to check that out. Now, if you are watching, I'm going to be a little bit distracted as I'm kind of going through my notes. So sorry, I'm not looking directly into the camera, but I really want to make sure that I go over this in a very succinct and easy to digest kind of a way. Because though manifesting is a big part of my life, for a lot of people, they don't really know what it's about. What I will share is that I have been manifesting for years. I would not have 4 cookbooks. I would not have been on a hit TV show. I would not be here on this podcast with you if not for manifesting. And again, manifesting is more so just believing in yourself and making a plan. And it's just that easy. So for those who do not understand what it all is, I went ahead and I got an actual description, or I should say, I actually looked it up in the dictionary to give you a definition of what is manifesting. And manifesting is the act or practice of bringing something into your life through belief. It sounds like faith, right? So this is all about having faith in ourselves that we can achieve our goals. So if you want to listen in the car, that's great. Listen through it. I'm sure you'll get a lot of tips. I really do recommend that you either work through the workbook through this podcast episode or just take some notes. Again, you can absolutely just listen in the car or while you're, on your morning walk or what have you. It will still be helpful. So for the first tip to manifesting weight loss, you want to visualize your goal. So I want you to take a moment and visualize what your ultimate body goal would be. Just top of the line, the most amazing you could ever look. Okay? I already have a vision of that. I'm assuming you will as well. If you need more time, pause. Now I want you to step back. I want you to ask yourself, is this a reasonable goal? I can assure you mine is not. And so I have to assume many of you will likely have this unrealistic goal. Like, I want to be taller. That's not going to happen, right? I want my stretch marks to be gone from having a baby. That's not going to happen, right? So I want you to take a step back and say, okay, that's great. That was a good starting point. But I want you to walk it back and think of what would be a reasonable if I got to this pant size or this dress size, or if I got to this fitness level. I would say, okay, you know what? I'm pretty happy with myself. This is good enough. I want you to find that vision of yourself. And I want you to visualize what you look like in that ultimate body. And if that seems like a really big piece, a really big chunk to bite off, visualize what you would look like 50 pounds lighter, or at least just halfway to your weight loss goal. That will work here as well. So now we have this visualization of what we ultimately want to look like. Now I want you to get to know that person. that version of yourself, that healthiest version of yourself. I want you to, and if you have to, if you're driving, don't close your eyes, but if you're not driving, close your eyes. And I want you to think, how does this person feel about themselves? Do they feel confident? Do they feel strong? How do they feel? How does this person carry themselves? Are they walking proud, strong? And what does it feel like to live in this body? Now, if you're following along on the workbook, these are actually action items that you will fill out. So I want you to fill this piece out. And if you're just, taking notes at home, that's okay too. I just wanted to give everyone an option to be able to print out a really pretty guide, right? So let's get to know that person. How do they feel about themselves? How do they carry themselves? And what does it feel like to live in this body? Okay, are we all kind of there? Please pause if you need more time. Next, I want you to ask yourself, what did they do to get there? How did they get to this point? So I know I'm saying them, and this is supposed to be you, but I almost want you to kind of separate yourself. You are that person driving in the car, sitting at home, on the treadmill, wherever you're at right now, you are that person. And this ultimate vision of your body, your health, your strength is a different vision. So I want you to look at them as if they are almost a separate person for now. How did they get there? I want you to ask that question. How did they eat? How did they exercise or move their body more? And how did they take better care of themselves? And we're talking top of the line. If these people always eat organic, vegan, and, stop eating at 7 p.m., these are items that you can write down. If they walk every other day with the dog, if they take a Zumba class or a yoga class once a week, answer these questions. You're envisioning yourself as this almost evolved version of yourself. And I know that comes with some negative connotation these days. I'm not quite sure why, but this, and I don't want to say this better version of yourself, because let's stop and appreciate what we have right now. We have these bodies that we are lucky enough to be in. And so we appreciate ourselves right now, but how can we do better, right? So you're kind of trying to see this person. You're seeing how they got to this healthier version of themselves. Okay? So again, all of this is all in the workbook. Now, I want us to make a plan. So I know this is a lot of information. So step one is you're going to get to know this person. How does it feel? How do they feel about themselves? How do they carry themselves? What does it feel like to live in that body? Then how did they eat? How did they exercise? How did they take care of their bodies and their health? So now, if you have to take a moment and, close your eyes and really vision, who is that person and what was the first step that they took? I'm thinking of this strong and, I have asthma. I can't say I'm not going to be non-asthmatic, but I would love to be able to run on a treadmill and not need my inhaler. So, thinking of something like that, right? So what was the first thing that this healthier version of ourselves did to get healthy? Was it eating better? Was it exercising it? Was it taking better care of themselves? So I want you to think, what was the first step? And please keep in mind that I'm giving you examples of steps, but you may have other steps that they took to get there, and that's okay. So I want you to think of, where did they start? Okay, I'm just going to, stay in order so that I can guide you through this. But again, you can absolutely choose whatever you think that this higher version of yourself started at. And I'm just going to assume we're going to start with how they ate. So for your first month, I want you to focus on how you're eating. I want you to eat like that person eats. Are they eating organic? Are they doubling their vegetables? Are they only eating fruits and vegetables as snacks? I want you to sit down and really make a list of this ultimate version of myself, the healthiest version of myself. How does he or she eat? Make a list of these things. And again, pause at any time and come back to me. I want you to work through this. And all of this, like I said, is all in the worksheet. So for the first week, you are going to make a plan to do 25% of this new lifestyle. So it's not like all of a sudden we have to jump in and we have to be doing it 100%. No. Let's baby step into it, right? So for the first week, you want to make a plan to do this new eating healthy, this new exercise, this new whatever it is, at least 25% of the time for 7 days. The second week, you're going to up it to 50% for 7 days. The third week, up to 75% for 7 days. And then finally, in your last week, you're going to make a plan to do it 100% for 7 days. Now, I want to stop and remind all of you of the weight loss secret. If you are new to the podcast, you probably haven't heard my weight loss secret. If you are a longtime listener, you're like, yeah, I'm going to skip ahead. I already know what this is. The weight loss secret is, you ready? You're going to screw up. Sorry, it's just the truth. You're going to screw up. You're going to have something you're not supposed to eat. You're going to miss a workout. You're just going to screw up. We're human. It's going to happen. The weight loss secret is you never stop. You don't skip your next meal and punish yourself. You don't start again on Monday. You don't start again tomorrow. This is the weight loss secret. If all you can do is say, all right, I had that cookie, or I had that extra slice of cake, or I had pizza for lunch with the office crew instead of having the one I brought from home, these things are going to happen. And it's okay. You just got to keep moving on. Okay. So I know I say 100% of the time, you're making a plan to do it 100% of the time, with the caveat of the weight loss secret is you're going to mess up and it's okay. You just got to keep going. Okay. And we're going to hit on this a little bit when we get into meditation, a little bit later in the podcast, because it's all about, when you meditate, your mind may wander and you just need to gently just bring yourself back and be like, that's okay. I'm just going to bring myself back to what I'm focusing on. And that's the weight loss secret. You're going to wander. But you just got to gently bring yourself back. There's no punishment. There's no disappointment. There's no, forget it, I'm just going to stop. It's just, you're going to keep going. Okay. So now the next month, you're going to build upon these healthy habits. So you're going to continue to do everything from month 1, and you're going to work into month 2. You're going to ask, what was the next thing that this healthier version of myself did? The second thing. So, okay, she got the healthy eating down. She's eating healthy. The second thing that she did to get this new, healthier body, she started exercising. Now, you can go on YouTube and find free videos for exercising. You can take a walk outside. These are all free. If going to a gym is more helpful to you, find out how much your monthly gym membership would be if you don't already have it. And if it's too expensive for you, take a seat in your home, look at your finances, look at your monthly expenses, and see if there is something that you can shave off to make money for that monthly subscription, or for that monthly gym membership, like a subscription. Do you get a subscription to something that you don't really need or isn't necessarily healthy? But again, you can absolutely just work out outside. You don't have to spend money to start working out healthier. But what I'm asking is, what was the second thing that this healthier version of yourself did to get healthier? And if it was, she got a gym membership and she started going on a regular basis, then this next step is for you to find, where can I find money in my budget to join a gym? Now, I have a gym membership. It's the most expensive one here in Boise, Idaho. It's only $31 a month. I know that Planet Fitness is like $11 a month. I have no doubt that you can sit down with your finances and find some way to have an extra $10 to $20 per month for your health. Okay. And if you can't, no guilt there. I've got you. I get it. You can walk, you can use videos online. There are definitely free ways to go about it. Same with month 1. We're just going to assume that exercise is step number 2 that this healthier version of yourself did. And you're going to make a plan to do it 25%. So if this healthier version of yourself goes to the gym, let's just say 4 days a week, you're going to make a plan to go to the gym once a week for the first week. Then you're going to make a plan to do it 50% for the next 7 days. So that would be, yep, we're doing the math here. It'd be 2 days a week. Then we're making a plan in week 3 to do it 75%, 3 days a week. And then we're making a plan to do it 100% in the final week of the month or of that grouping of time in which you're using it. And that would be your 4 times a week. You can choose whatever these goals are. I do recommend listening to my podcast, and I'll put a link in the show notes for you about setting realistic goals. Very important. Because saying I'm going to go to the gym every single day of the month is not a reasonable goal. You can do it, you can beat the goal, but you want to set yourself up to succeed, right? And you also want to think like, this healthier version of myself, can I ever really get there if I am setting goals I already know I can't make? Okay. And then the third step, and or 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, however many steps this healthier version of yourself had to get to, we're going to do it again. And what I like to do is, personally, I find it helpful to do all of this homework first. Sit down on a Sunday or on a Monday night and fill all this out so that my plan is set. And now all I have to do is just pick up that piece of paper and go, okay, this is what I'm doing this month. If you feel like you want to get down to the daily meditations, we're almost there. You can also just skip ahead. So the next is you're going to ask, what was that third step that my healthier version of myself did? Was it taking daily supplements? Was it going to my annual doctor's appointments? What was it that you could do, or that your healthier version would do to make yourself healthier? Would it be meditating on a regular basis? That would be a great one. So let's just make that, for argument's sake, let's just make it meditation, okay? Because that's great for mental health. So you would do the same thing as we did last month. Week 1, 25% for 7 days. Week 2, 50% for 7 days, 75% for the third week, and then finally 100% for week 4. And I've got some ideas for you on planning, right? So I'm saying make this plan. How can I plan this? Going back to, month 1. How can I plan this? Well, you can say, I'm going to eat healthy homemade lunches Monday through Thursday at work. So then you could put it on your schedule. You could add it to your to-do list. You can make it an action item at work. Lots of different ways that you can put this into play. And you can also just fill all this out at home, or you can also do it within the workbook. Now that we've got our healthy habits and we know the plan to get there, and we're just doing the homework right now. We're not actually like, all right, I'll see you in a month and we'll listen to the rest of this. We're just making a plan. Now that we have made plans for our healthy habits, you can actually daily work on these without hardly any effort. And this is where the meditation aspect of manifestation comes into play. Now, if you are religious and you see meditation negatively, no judgment here, I understand. Look at it as a prayer, okay? But more of a prayer in like, listen, God, I'm going to be strong and these are the things I'm going to do, as opposed to, help me do this. I want you to take action in these meditations. Does that make sense? So let's do a quick daily manifestation meditation together. So we're at 20 minutes in, or 21 after I put the intro in. So if you want to come back and listen to this on a daily basis, you absolutely can. Just skip ahead to minute 21. So for our daily manifestation, and you can, if you're in the car, don't close your eyes, listen. But if you're at home or, walking, if you're walking the dog, please don't close your eyes. You may step in something. But I want you to do this in a quiet, safe space. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to now visualize that healthier version of you. What are they wearing? What are they doing? They can be sitting on a beach, sitting in their living room, they can be at work. As long as it's pleasant, envision yourself, or envision this healthier version of yourself. Where are they at, and what are they wearing? Again, please pause if you need more time on this. I want you to focus on this picture of your healthier self for 5 minutes, or however long you want to. Don't feel like you need to set a timer. If you only get through 30 seconds of it, that's okay. Just close your eyes and do it for as long as you like. Picture this healthier self. Picture what they're wearing and picture where they're at or what they're doing. Just focus on that picture. There's a very good chance that your mind will wander. That's what happens with meditation. It's okay. When and if you catch your mind wandering from this vision of your healthier self, I want you to just gently bring yourself back and see yourself. Again, focus on what you're wearing and what you're doing. For me, it's very healthy, or very helpful, I should say, to picture this healthier version of myself almost as if it's a photograph. You may find it easier a moving picture. You choose. But focus. After you're done with that, and feel free to pause, I want you to visualize yourself in your current body. You're walking up to this healthier version of yourself. Wherever they're at, if they were on the beach, if they were in the living room, that snapshot that you had of your healthier version in the same clothes, in the same location that we were visualizing, I want you to see yourself walking up to that person right now. This healthier version of yourself reaches out to you and gives you a big hug. They say to you, "You are beautiful. You are strong, and you can do this." You can stay there in that embrace for as long as you want, for as long as it feels good. Pause if you like. They take your hand, and you can almost feel yourself stepping into that healthier version of yourself. You're now merging into that body. What does that feel like in that body? What do the clothes feel like on you? Are they looser? Are they soft? What do their clothes feel like in that healthier version? In that snapshot of your healthier version, you're now in that body, in that warm embrace. What does the clothing feel like? I want you to feel the peace and the love in that healthier body. You've been nurturing this healthier version of you. You've been feeding it well. You've been moving it more. What does it feel like to be in that peace? And next, I want you to feel the confidence, almost the swagger of being in that healthier body, that healthier version of yourself. Again, at any point, please pause. Enjoy this moment. Really feel it. Next, I'm going to give you a mantra. Again, if you feel better, that is fine. I want you to make this work for you. I want you to picture yourself in this healthier body. As you breathe in, I want you to say, I am. And as you breathe out, this person. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, this person. Visualize that healthier version of you, that snapshot, but you're in that body now. You can feel it. You can feel the clothing. If you're at the beach in that snapshot, you can feel the sand under you. If you're sitting on your couch, you can feel the couch. If you have a cup of coffee in your hand, you can feel the warmth of the coffee. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, this person. I want you to try to do this mantra for 5 minutes while visualizing yourself in this healthier version of you. You don't have to do it for the full 5 minutes. Do it for however long feels good for you. If you have a hard time carving out time within your day to do this, do as I do. I do this as I fall asleep at night. I almost always forget to manifest throughout the day, and I always do it as I fall asleep at night. If nothing else, I'm really trying to push a happy dream. So if this is easiest to do it at bedtime, I want you to crawl into bed. Close your eyes. Visualize that person. What are they doing? What are they wearing? They give you that big hug. Tell you how beautiful and strong you are and how you can absolutely do this. Then they take you into themselves, and you are that person. You can feel the clothing. You can feel the seat they're in. You can feel the confidence and the peace that this body has. And then you silently say, I am, on the in-breath, and this person on the out-breath, until you fall asleep. It's very peaceful. Again, you can do this any time of the day. You can do it while you are on the treadmill. You can do it while you're in the shower. You can do it not with your eyes closed, with your eyes open. You can do this mantra while you're driving to work. Just give yourself the power that you are that person. You are. You just have to take the steps to get there. Now, for those of you who want to bring religion into it, it doesn't matter what you call your God. You can absolutely bring your religion into this if it makes you feel more comfortable. This is 100% optional. Many people will skip it. But for those who are questionable about manifesting and meditating, I want to give you an option that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. You can pray for help picking a reasonable goal. God, help me find this reasonable goal, something I actually can achieve, something that I can celebrate. Pray for the strength to keep going on hard days. Or pray to just say thank you for the body that you have right now. I know we are manifesting to lose weight, but I must remind you that your weight does not dictate your value. You are amazing. If you want to be healthier, I think that is amazing. I think that's wonderful. I think that is the epitome of self-love and self-care, is to be healthier. And this is why in the beginning, I asked you to pick that super top notch, like I want to be 5'9" and I want a 6-pack and I don't want any more cellulite. Well, honey, that's not going to happen for me, right? So now I got to walk it back and I need to pick a version of myself I can actually achieve. So self-love and self-care are entwined in this manifesting. Now, I want to remind you that setting realistic goals is so important. And I will put a link in the show notes below so that you can also listen to that podcast. I also have another one for you to listen to on how to stay on plan when fatigue hits. Also, more links that will be in there for you is a free weight loss meal plan you can always find at Lose Weight by Eating. So if eating healthier is your goal, I've already done all the work for you and I change it out weekly. And for more exercise and self-love information, I have put my masterclass into the show notes as well. It's called Fit Over 40. So I really want to challenge you to try this new agey weird version of trying to get healthier. If nothing else, it will not hurt. But if you can do the homework and figure out, what does a healthier version of me look like, feel like? Then you can take a step back and say, okay, well, where did he or she start? She started by eating healthier. She started by exercising. That's what manifesting is it's setting a goal and then taking steps back, almost working your way backwards if need be, to figure out, how did I get there? How can I get there? That's all it really is. So I really want you to figure out, what does that look like? And if it takes you a week of meditating or of thinking on it or of flipping through magazines, to find the outfit that you'll be wearing, that's cool. If you want to make a vision board that goes with it, that's cool. But you can manifest yourself into just about anything you want within reason. I mean, can I manifest myself an Oscar award? No. I know that's not going to happen. That's silly. Can I manifest myself into another book deal? Maybe. Can you manifest yourself into a job promotion? Probably. Can you manifest yourself into a healthier version of you? Absolutely. All you have to do is get that picture. What does she look like? What does he look like? And how did they get there? And then just make a plan to start. To make this all easier for you, as I've said, there is a manifesting weight loss workbook. I really recommend you check it out. You can just fill in everything. What it has in it is it's got the steps to finding a realistic goal, how to get to know this realistic version of yourself. How do they get there? What do they eat? How do they exercise, etc.? And then the monthly plans. Finally, the full daily manifestation that we just went through is all here in the workbook, all written out for you. Pretty much read it word for word from the program. And then you'll find a daily, weekly, and a monthly planner so that you can plan this however it works best for you. Finally, I also give you some final thoughts on things that I have manifested and also how to make this work for you. So I hope that you've enjoyed this podcast. Please listen anytime you like. Like I said, I think I was about 21 minutes in when we started the meditation, so feel free to just skip ahead next time and sit with me. If you love this, please let me know. I can absolutely do a full manifestation meditation and put it up on YouTube for all of you. Okay. I know this was a little different for the Lose Weight by Eating podcast. But like I said, I'm trying to bring self-care and self-love into taking better care of ourselves. And this is just a natural progression of it. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. Be sure to check out Setting Realistic Goals and How to Stay on Plan When Fatigue Hits. Both of those podcast episodes will really work well with this one and really help you to get ahead and to own your body and your strength and your confidence. And also, please don't forget the weight loss secret. You're going to mess up. You're going to slip off. You're going to forget a whole week. It's going to happen. I'm not giving you a free pass to do it. I'm just saying it's going to happen. The key to weight loss is you're going to screw up. Just keep going. Don't skip your next meal. Don't punish yourself. Don't start on Monday. Don't start tomorrow. Just keep going. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Lose Weight by Eating podcast. Be sure to check the show notes. I am adding so many links down there for you so that you can really make this happen. I will see you next week with another podcast episode. Bye.